Alright, this is like my third attempt at this because my last two videos were like 20 minutes long, and I'm sure you don't want to hear me talk about the animals for 20 minutes long. But anyways, my friend Connie has made an Animals albums tie list maker, and I'm gonna rate some of their albums. Well, all these albums. Where to begin? We're gonna just do Eric is Here, haven't really listened to him that much. Now this is like Eric. So even though it says Eric Burdon and the Animals, it's basically an Eric Burdon solo album. Do not really listen to it much, though. The song Hold On I'm Coming, great cover by him. Moving on. Animals on Tour, we're gonna just drop it as a favorite. Animal on Tour is great album, Connie's favorite. I want to say probably my third favorite album if I had to rank them. Great. I really, really enjoyed their song Let the Good Times Roll. Do not really like their cover of Bright Lights Big City. I prefer to Van Morrison's version, but this also has Boom Boom on it, which only charted, I think, 43 in the Billboard Top 100. So I can play that on the radio. I'm a disc jockey, and I can play any song that did not chart the top 40, so I like to play the underrated Animal songs. So let's just rate that one as a favorite. Also, I recreated Alan Price's look for my first day of school last year. Well, my second first day of school when we all got sent back to school after, like, e-learning. So I actually made Alan Price's outfit my first day outfit. Very embarrassing. But let's go back. We are going to do When's a Change. Highly enjoyable. This is the first album coming out of Eric Burdon and the Animals. Great album. As San Francisco Nights, typical Eric Burdon song. I don't know why I'm stuttering so much. Like, not stuttering, but like saying and stuff, but bear with me. It also has a song called Man Woman, which I'm not really a big fan of because Eric just goes off screaming man and woman for like 5 minutes. I can't really get myself to listen to that. But it has a song called It's All Meat, which is great. Poem by the Sea is a throwback to last year's poetry class. We did not take a look at it, but that song sticks with me. Alright, we are going to do Love Is. We're going to say it's highly enjoyable as well. This has River Deep Mountain High, which is a great song. Great cover originally done by Tina Turner, but the Animals the Eric Burdon and Animals just do a 7-minute version of it. Just great. I played it on the radio like a couple weeks ago, and I think my grandparents liked it because they were listening to it, and they were texting me during me playing River Deep Mountain High. It also has To Love Somebody by the Bee Gees and Rain of Fire by Johnny Cash. So they have some interesting covers on there. You know, they're doing country songs written by June Carter, but anyways, Animal Tracks, my favorite album. If it was one Animals album I could listen to the rest of my life, I would choose Animal Tracks. Animal Tracks is great. It has songs both by Alan and Dave on them. It has two of their big top songs, It's My Life and We Gotta Get Out of This Place. We Gotta Get Out of This Place is my ringtone. So whenever I wake up, we hear Eric saying, we gotta get out of this place. Every morning at 7 a.m. And Chasta's just bass line on the song is legendary. It also has a couple originals by Alan and Eric, such as Club a Go-Go, Former's Calker, and I'm Gonna Change the World, which is probably my favorite Eric Burdon original. It's a great song. Going. We're gonna do Animalism. We're gonna just do it as pretty enjoyable, or highly enjoyable. I have this vinyl, and it's great. It has a Donovan song, Hey Gimp. Also has a bunch of, like, blues covers. Now, this is, like, the last album before the original band kind of just stopped. Barry Jenkins, he joined, in 66 the Animals, so he carried on over to Eric Burdon and Animals, but Dave Barry stopped, Hilton Valentine stopped, and Chas Chandler, if you don't know, he became the manager on Jimi Hendrix. The back of the album, however, is absolutely hysterical. Now, actually, I have it pulled up right here, so I'll read you a little ditty from it. Hilton Valentine is a favorite of mine, but then he's a favorite with a lot of girls. He says that his own personal ambition is to settle down and raise a family, so there's your cue, girls. Like, I know that stuff is just so corny. But the thing is, whoever wrote this, wrote very, very little of Chas, which I feel really bad for. That covers everyone but Chas Chandler, and apart from being a very tall guy and a whiz on bass guitar, he likes quote-unquote attractive women and hates quote-unquote bad service in restaurants. So I felt like Chas kind of was the underdog of the band, and nobody really cared about him, but then he went on to manage Jimi Hendrix, and, Chas Chandler, he went on doing bigger and greater things than half the band, but anyways, Animalization. Second favorite album. Great album from 66. It has so many pre-hard rock songs such as Inside Looking Out, She'll Return It, which is original composition by Eric and Chas, because after Alan left the band, a lot of the original stuff was written by Chas and Eric, so got the Chandler Burdon duo. It also has their cover of I Put a Spell on You, not my favorite because at the same time Mr. Alan Price was doing the very same song. I don't know if this is true, but apparently I read that his mother died like the day before, so he was like very raw and upset, so that's why Alan Price's version is just killer. Bearded Guru, I don't really listen to this one much. Again, I have this one on vinyl, but I haven't really picked it up and really strangely listened to it. Arc, we're gonna put it as pretty good. Now, this is their album from 83. During this time, like, the whole band was kind of, like, done with each other. Like, it's just crazy. According to Eric Burdon's autobiography, they were staying at a hotel one night, and it was during one of those hurricanes, back in the day, but they were in, like, Texas or something like that, and they had to, like, stay in their hotel room, and they had to, like, sleep in the hallway because of the window, and they didn't want, like, the windows to break and stuff, and, injure the people, so everybody was, like, sleeping out in the hallways, and Eric says, like, Alan went up to him one day, and, like, made a joke about him being single, and then again, Alan Price was, like, I think he was single at the time, too. So Eric Burdon literally, like, chucked and, like, threw a book at Alan Price. And then at the same time, Chas Chandler thought that Eric Burdon sent out somebody to try to kill him, like, mafia or something. And Chas Chandler was, like, upset about Eric. And then Alan Price starts crying. And John, he doesn't really talk about John. And then Hilton just wants to go to Japan because he became, like, a hippie guru. But that's the Arc story. But also, it's a great album, a lot of synthesizers, so if you like 80s rock, I guess you can check out Arc. Self-debut album, we're gonna do it as highly enjoyable as well. House of the Rising Sun's on it, what else can I say? However, Alan's solo gets chopped off, because it was like almost 5-minute song, and American pop songs were like 2 to 3 minutes, so yeah, I'm pretty sure Alan was absolutely pissed about that, but thankfully 2 years later in 1966, in their album The Best of the Animals, the full version gets played. Thank the heavens for that. The album also has a bunch of covers of R&B songs, such as Talking About You by Ray Charles, which is the B-side to House of the Rising Sun, and I actually have my House of the Rising Sun single out, so I'll pop some photos in for you guys. No, NBC Connecticut, we don't care about you at the moment. It also has some pretty interesting covers as well. They have background singers, which aren't my favorite. They just kind of ruin the songs for me, such as I've Been Around. It's a good song, but the background singers just, I can't really stand them, but also it has I'm Mad Again, which is Connie's favorite. It's a great cover, too. Also has Send You Back to Walker and Baby Let Me Take You Home. Baby Let Me Take You Home is probably, I love that song. It's just the guitar solo or guitar intro by Hilton, and then Eric just blaring that Vox is just, oh my gosh, it's legendary. Going back, we got In the Beginning. We're gonna just do it as well as a highly enjoyable. I have actually 2 copies of this, like, different, like, albums, but basically the same songs. So I actually have a different covered photo for my In the Beginning, but it's a great one. Actually, we'll move it up to favorites because it gives out a perfect, clear example of early 60s animals, like, early Animals as well, it has an 8-minute song of Bo Diddley, which is great. Basically just Alan and Eric going at it at each other. I don't even know what they were doing there, but who knows? Only Alan can tell us, because Eric hates Alan and probably will never speak to him again. Who knows? They're like an old married couple. But it also has a couple of Chuck Berry numbers like Let It Rock, and it's a great live album. Let's go before we were so rudely interrupted. Yeah, this is probably like the album, like the post-60s album I probably listened to the least. Second to least. It's good. It has a cover of Bob Dylan on it, and I think it was John's idea for them to get back together, because during this time, Eric was doing his own thing. I think Hilton was, I don't know what Hilton was doing, but I'm sure he was doing great stuff. John, I think he was just working, but Alan was probably like, Alan was in a sex film at the same time. Alfie Darling, such a weird movie, but it's my guilty pleasure because it's just so bad. And he was also writing music for this movie called Oh Lucky Man at the time. And Chas, he, obviously Jimi Hendrix passed away, and now he was managing a band called Slade, who did the original version of Come On Feel the Noise. So go off Chas for managing some pretty good people, and go off Fallon for being in a sex film, I guess. But album's great. We'll definitely need to listen to it some more. Let's go back to their Greatest Hits Live. Highly enjoyable. It is a great live album. It has Alan Price's Oh Lucky Man on it, and just great. However, when they were touring in the 70s and 80s, they had like background musicians as well, so it wasn't just the 5 of them. I felt like it would have been so much better if it was just the 5 of them, instead of like an extra keyboard player, an extra guitar player. Like, we know that they weren't the greatest of musicians, other than Alan, who like was just a whirlwind of playing the piano and Vox organ. But I felt like if they just did the 5 of them, I felt like it would have been such a better tour and better live stuff. But I do like the selections of songs that they did. House of Rising Sun, We Gotta Get Out of This Place, It's My Life. And Alan does a great job for covering Dave Roberry's part, so kudos to him. And This Twine Shall Meet. I was actually just listening to this album. I don't really listen to it much, so I'm kind of just trying to get myself into it. So we're actually going to just put it as pretty good. As Sky Pilot on it. Sky Pilot's great Vietnam War song. And it also has some other songs that aren't sung by Eric, but they were giving me Donovan vibes. So, I don't know. They were all kind of interlocked between each other. But it also has Monterey, which was written about the Monterey Pop Festival that Eric Burdon and Animals did perform at in 1967. But some other songs I really need to kind of check out is We Love You, Lil, Closer to the Truth, and Orange and Red Beams. But for me, just listen to it kind of just out of random, it's a pretty good album. So hopefully this is not 15 minutes, because I can go on and on about these guys, but alright. Thank you guys. Bye.